Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm talk about revolutionizing manufacturing, the visionary India-Japan bridge, a beacon of innovation. India is the next big economy. You can see this graph. The purple line is India, and above that there is Germany and Japan. And the red line is China, and blue line is US. So India is approaching Germany and Japan, and in a few years it will surpass Japan and Germany. But it needs to upgrade the industry structure in doing this. As you see, this is the export amount comparing India, China, and Thailand. So China has a very big export, especially the blue color, which is machinery and electronics. But India still have a very small amount machinery and electronics export. So when you see this graph, which is showing the increase of GDP of China, which is the blue line of the upper side of the graph, and the comparing Japan, which is the red line, China is surpassing Japan in 2010. India right now is at the position of China at 2008 right now. And the difference of India and China is the existence of Japanese companies. In China, there are more than 30,000 Japanese companies operating in China. In India, we just see less than 1,500 Japanese companies. I was formerly working for an investment company, including China. And this arrow shows when I went to Shenzhen in 1991 to see one of our portfolio company who is going to create electronic coil in Donggang in Guangzhou. And from that time on, the Japanese companies are now increasing presence in China. And this line shows this is a time when we created the first fund to invest in China directly. And this is a cumulative amount of number of Japanese companies in China. And this line shows the annual number of Japanese companies coming into China. And after 2000, on the average, 1,000 Japanese companies are going into China, which is very much different of India right now. Then, as a comparison, if we take India and Thailand about the extent of export, and India has auto and parts export and machinery, and Thailand has auto parts, computer and parts, IC and machinery. And the amount is almost comparable at 60 billion plus. But in Thailand, there are almost 6,000 Japanese companies operating in the country, which is 4 times the amount operating in India. And these Japanese companies, if they are in the manufacturing, about 30% of their output is export. And please note, India and Thailand has a population difference of 20 times. So here I want to say to bring in more Japanese manufacturing sector in India may be a solution to increase export from India and upgrade the economy. And adding manufacturing competitiveness would enhance the per capita income of Indian economy. This is a graph of nominal GDP growth of India, and India is right now about 3,500 US per capita, which is comparable to Thailand here when Thailand was 2007. And when we were investing in Southeast Asia, we were active during late 80 to late 90 period, this area. And then these are mostly in manufacturing company and from greenfield. Their output are starting to grow from here to there. And now Thailand is almost 7,000 US per capita. So if India will take the same trajectory, Indian GDP will become twice at that time. And the company, we have been doing investment in Southeast Asia. It's called Japan Asia Investment Company. It was a private company, but created by the Association of Corporate Executives of Japan, and it has managed almost 1 billion of investment fund together, which is used to go to Southeast Asia together with Japanese companies. And at the time of Asian crisis in 1998, at that time we have invested almost 500 million US to 160 companies in ASEAN. Especially in Thailand, we have invested 150 million US to 46 companies, and of which more than 50%, 24 companies were manufacturing companies from Japan. This photograph shows the factory of one of the manufacturing company. I was on the board of this company, and we had almost 50% of the equity of this company, and we induced this company to settle in Thailand and produce their electrode discharge machine, which is a mother machine, to create the all basic manufacturing goods. So how we can do this kind of, or how we can realize this kind of thing? Of course, many people need to be involved in that, but if we have a promoter in doing this, this can create an initial model so that other people can imitate or follow. This will probably be from private sector, but they need to be backed up by Indian government and Japanese government. And this promoter would work to use the associated fund to help Indian companies and Japanese companies to create the manufacturing capacity in India, and the fund to go alongside with them will help or will ease the burden of the companies who are going to create those factories. So for example, the promoter will talk to Japanese companies to create subsidiary in India. And at that time, this company also can provide some funding so that this company can create subsidiary in India. And in other case, we will talk to Indian companies so that they would create joint venture with Japanese company. And at that time, this company could also invest to help this move. So by doing so, we can increase the manufacturing capacity in India. So this is one of the examples we have been doing in Southeast Asia, but we could structure the similar model in India. And I think timing is right for Indian economy to do this kind of arrangement. Thank you very much.